Hey, just a second. You know, say for subscribe now free. Plenty people already watch here. They know they subscribe because someone feel say for subscribe, they need for pay money. If you not be known for no now say for subscribe now free. But why for subscribe? If for subscribe for three main reason. Number one, you go be the first person we go know whenever we come on live. Number two, you go be the first person we go know whenever we upload new video. And number three, you go be the first person for comments, like or share. And the last one for support we, so we go bring kind of content here regularly to you. So you see how it beneficial to you. So if you don't subscribe it, what you do with? I for subscribe to TPP Leo now. And before I forget, not forget for click the notification bell so you go get all the notification. Bam. So, family, now we go straight to the point and bring first, before we join the analysis, let me just remind the people and say the bank governor don't come now AYV more or less now like a confession by saying that the money wouldn't bring come in a short period of time. Don't get missing, they don't know how this money go and how, because money wouldn't just release barely 2 weeks, going to 3 weeks, barely 2 weeks on the 1st of July. Anyway, before we can analyze, let's listen for him quickly and we'll come for can do improper analysis here. Let's listen quickly.
Redenomination, we introduced the new notes on July 1. By July 12th, we realized that the banks had dispensed 800 million new loans, which is 800 billion old loans. That gave us the inkling that people are beginning to hoard.
The new loan?
Yes. When I went around this country to sensitize the people of this country, they will always ask me, Governor, you said it is hoarding that's causing you to change the money. What do you have in place to ensure that it does not happen again? And I said, we have a cash management. We are going to impose a cash management policy, which is nothing new. You go to Nigeria, they have it there. You go to Ghana, they have it there. You go to the regions, they have it there. But because change is very difficult, when you bring it in, people are going to automatically feel that something wrong is happening.
Governor, are you being reactive to the market and what is happening? Did you envisage things like this to happen? I know you're a professor who understands how people behave as well. Did you not understand that things like this might happen and put things that could address them? Like she mentioned, there are people who go for 3 million units, they're only given 1 million.
I am coming to that.
Even with students who goes there to,
I am coming to that.
Cash out their checks as well.
I'm coming to that. We have enough cash in the system. We printed, I can tell you, enough money to serve this economy if we go by historical patterns for 5 years. So there is no shortage of money in the system. What we see, this huge amount of disbursements within 2 weeks seem to tell us that something is going on. We have planned to introduce a cash management policy together with the day we launch. I felt that it would be better for us to launch. You know, you don't accuse somebody of being drunk for just going to a bar.
But if you know the person will be drunk if he goes into that bar, you try to address it. That so it doesn't come out and cause problems.
Let me finish.
So what exactly is the problem?
If you see somebody going to a bar, he might just be going to visit his friends who are drinkers. Probably he doesn't even drink. So you do not prosecute that person as a drunk for going to a bar.
But you have an experience of hoarding already.
Yes,
Governor.
let me finish. I have an experience of hoarding. And I have decided that I am going to make sure that it does not occur. First, I give you the money. I want to see, you know, economic restrictions are very difficult. But you look at what is happening, see whether the trend seems to be ominous. Don't correct something. Americans say if it ain't broke, don't fix it. So within 2 weeks, when we get this data coming in, we say, we have to announce this policy that we had already designed to make sure that this happens. And let me just say this. The people, yes, when you go there is anything that you do, there will be some teething problems. Maybe we need to make sure that we correct some of these things. What we have done so far now, all entities that require huge amounts of money, like the government agencies, NACIT, and others that have to pay huge amounts of money, we want them to come to the Bank of Sierra Leone. We will issue them the money as long as they go to their commercial bank and the commercial bank approves that they have money in their account.
For government agencies?
Yes.
What about private institutions?
Well, let me finish. Businesses that require more than the limit that we have set, you again can write a check against your bank account. You bring it to the Bank of Sierra Leone. We will honor that check, pay you that money. However, if you told us that you needed this money to go and buy cacao, we want to make sure that you did it. So the next time you come, you have to tell us how you dispensed that billion that you took. This business of cash management is everywhere. It's just because we are now introducing it in Sierra Leone, it's becoming a big deal. Not because people don't see the sense in it. The average Sierra Leonean doesn't spend 30 million leons a week.
But they're not getting 2 million.
Please, let me...
No, let me just say this,
Yes.
Governor. If they go for 5 million leons,
Yeah.
they're not getting that at the banks.
If anybody goes for 5 million leons and they don't get it at the bank, have the bank endorse your check that you have the money in there. Take it to the post office or to the central bank. We will pay you that money and punish the bank. We have enough money in the system. What we think is happening was perhaps also a misunderstanding or a misreading of our directives by the banks. Because for us to be able to see that 800 million new loans have been dispensed in 2 weeks, some people were getting a lot more. We have also seen deposits that are alarming. And so we are not going to allow...
So, family, let's jump quickly and for Lowy analysis. The bank governor just say more than 800 million loans don't just go out. But like 800 billion in less than 3 weeks. The reason why, if you listen carefully, the reason why they will dominate in the first place, it's because of hoarding. And from the words of the bank governor, he say, then the suspect say people and they try for all this very money, the new money. Mind you, the reason why we can't deal with domination, one of the reasons is because of hoarding. And people, they don't start again for do the same thing where they make the bank governor decide for all the money for redominate. And one important thing I mentioned, the bank governor said they spend more than $60 million for big people and back then, we don't odd money for bribe them, because I'm not to me say, no, you see, I will pray for now the clip now. For take the money count on the bank. So it just sounds like this syndicate on the play, because the bank governor be spent more than 60 million of taxpayers without approval of we, the Sierra Leoneans, we the people there. Now it's comfortable for tell me say another syndicates they go on again, where after like 6 months again, then will tell me say the bank governor will tell me say he will not spend another 60 million for and bribe people. And take a listen to this. Let's play this short clip. Though I will bring you inside. Doc Lee can analyze for we understand the kind of mentality, the kind of leaders that we get, the kind of politicians and the kind of technocrats that we get. And again, for understand if there's any up for we follow move from stage point A to point B. Because if this thing they happen, not like a syndicate. Now the bank governor spend more than 60. I made the journalists be their ask and say, but you not professor, you know say this thing that happen, you get an experience. You know, some people in the all this money. What are the strategy, the mechanism? What are the roadblocks we don't put for prevent people from crossing this land? What are the mechanism? What are the strategies? What are the conditions the way you don't put really wait for mitigate let this problem not take place? Take a listen from what the bank governor BC first.
And this don't they make government spend plenty couple in dollars. Forget Leon's where he said this don't the losses government.
We wasted $68 million to bribe people who were hoarding loans to bring it into the banking system. And we spent $68.5 million.
Fambule, me not to me say, the bank governor say they wasted 68 million American dollar in bribing people where they owe the money, and this new money, there are people there right now where they owe the money. So what this means? Probably after 6 months or 1 year, the bank governor will say, but they don't spend another 60 million for big people where they owe the new loan because the new loan they in short supply. Right now, crisis is in a free term. If you get 1 million, you get 10, 20, 30 million, you go take your money, then they get a limited cash, they get a cash management policy or don't put. You go ask for 3 million, then go give you half of that money or even less than that. Like bring it inside doc. Given this circumstance, where the reason we make the given the circumstance, what do you take anyway? Because you don't follow this program. I mean, you don't follow all these scenarios. We don't come with this not to one and not to two. What do you take on this current situation?
Yeah, I think a very interesting thing, especially for we I go say we the layman the way come in terms of economics, yeah. For possible like major in economics or finance, and I think few days ago from two of my learned colleagues they even be the debate on this issue in a school group where I belong to. And one is for redomination and the cash management where the bank governor introduced, and the one was against. I think it's a very interesting thing, Sam. But with all along, all in all, with me deduce from the bank governor in statements them and the cash management system where they don't put in place now salon is very, very much proactive rather than reactive. Yeah, I think say if one of the reason them now for being prevent hoarding of the currency make we dominate, then let's say for redominate not so a big deal. The okay if the bank governor na a learned person, you get a position out of trust, the okay for labor income redomination. But the said redomination not even solve the issue of hoarding. Just like Amadou Lamrana, the journalist, be they ask him, but you don't get an history of hoarding already. I believe say there were so many other measures. Maybe before we go spend so much money for bring come this new money and all, then for being done put some form of measures where them the economists and financial learned people them know way for being done end up for sort of stem this habit of hoarding, because to be fair enough, yeah, hoarding na thing where they take place, whether na money, whether na a product, people and deal with the hoard, even na salon, me currency and fuel and other things, and no doubt about it, human being by nature we like profit, and you get speculators, then people that when so then they better themselves. But I believe say the Bank of Sierra Leone for being done first of all bring system, be it before na cash management system where they introduce now, be it na legislation, then put on a parliament or whatever powers, yeah, where we constitution or the Bank of Sierra Leone Act give them, or make sure say they able to stem hoarding before they introduce the new money. Because if we don't go spend so much, we don't redominate. One of the reason them if they claim say for hoarding, then we don't come back, then like the same problem that persists. Then I think say it's like we are a people then we know the land, and the cash management system where it bring come in of itself not bad from waiting me don't learn from colleagues the way they work now, both a Bank of Salon and commercial bank per se. For me, I learn that yes, it's okay for bring the cash management system, but it better for the amount small. So in my own layman, I believe say them for increase the amount where individuals or say businesses then they take, because if you limit somebody for take 30 million, I think per month, or an institution for take how much na 30 million, where you change them in foreign currency. We get big business people and that we need that money they per month for pay salaries, for do this, for do this. But they also welcome in way it talk like if you get money, if you want take money we pass more than waiting there right now at the cash management stipulation you get for can bank and declare what you want to do with the money and show evidence, which in itself not bad, but I believe say always for come and make a statement for your money and go so and so until your office when I get so many operations, and other side for channel your energy, you need so many processes on your money. I think say also we get also negative repercussions to how people they do business, how investors then go look at Sierra Leone with regards to access to their own money. So them as the learned people are just believe for say they no need for be too cocky and arrogant. Listen to the masses, layman people like we not specialize in economics and know from practicality, from the practical point of view, how many Sierra Leoneans they suffer for go get access to the money. I want 5 million for pay me picking school fee or for one go Conakry or so, available because of stipulation saying now 1 million in this. Then get for look into all them things then you make sure say you tailor whatever stipulation you want put in place for court ordering. Because if you just grab normal they put at 3 million and at 30 million and you don't want listen the feedback from the people then for the sake of stipulation sake, then you are not helping the Sierra Leoneans then we think say you dey help for the economy not crash. So I believe say the bank governor forget a listening here to the ordinary people out there waiting commercial banks out there themselves they save from the customer and then go try for reach some kind of solution we go find for you.
All right, thank you very much. So Fambula, that's now the status quo, state of affairs of the country, and really the bank governor I feel say now any developed country or now any country where they follow the due process or really accountability and transparency to take place by now, then for that first may resign, then institute an investigation. Why? Because like you mentioned, it makes no sense for doing the wrong thing perfectly. It makes no sense. One thing you do perfectly, but you wrong, the same result. You pay people and because they owe the money. If you don't learn from, if when it be going to parliament, where he confess say them bribe them wasted 68 million in bribing people, then be really put into serious interrogation. They really believe me, it they put mechanism. It like it not be fire yourself. But if it then be put serious fire pan no more, they make sure say this kind of thing it not happen again. I know they talk about, I mean, like, just, I mean, let me just be honest now. This it just come with the understanding say money will not suffer for. They pick sense how they get sense how you spend it. Let's be honest. If you earn money, people they work 9-5 a week, where they work 11 hours, 12 hours. Believe me, in 1 cent, in 1 pound, in 1 leon, in 1 euro, it take time to spend it because it suffer for your money. But if you work on the street, you go pick 1 bag money, you go see 1 bag money, they know how they spend it. You go put, that 2 people, if you get them 2 people that they want to work for your money, genuinely very hard. And the person will just go pick money or get money randomly, sweat for her. The way they spend money, it's 2 different way. Now, so if you like, we get a country, within a country, we're not donor-driven nation. We don't get better money. Now, beg we they go big than give it. It seems as if we don't know how to use their money there. Because we don't get money. One of the reasons why we suffer with inflation, it's just logical. When they produce less of the product, then produce goods and services less, then definitely you get a turnaround around the world to enable them for take some of those surplus we then get, you count them for. Because if you produce less, you need more. And if you need more, you get to go out there. That's the cause of inflation. Because when they produce more, we they import more. So it cause a problem. So if we get a country, we are in past, we go out there, we go big money, then come with them money, then they will not hold them fine. Because mind you, the $68 million, if you check out, not only money, now dollar. Now don't give you most of the money, then they come. Now bigger, they go bigger, then give them money, then they can't put them. If we then misuse the money, because it's not pure misuse. If this thing don't happen one time, the bank governor spend more than $68 million. Don't the same issue they take place back, hoarding they take place back. What are the chances for make they not spend again that money? They is very low. There's possibility again. I mean, I just see some kind of fishy game they take place here. The fact that it bring I don't know, because maybe some people look at it and say we're not going for the power again for the next 5 years. Perhaps maybe don't create a strategy, don't create this scenario, but because we don't know, say the bank governor gets in team there where go take this money. I mean, do this sort of like bribe people like how they say for let them count money back. You know, it hurts me. The reason why they bring and come, because I know how $68 million they go. I know if you then put some money even in electricity or water supply, it will make a big difference. It will make a huge difference. Rather than for now, they say the $68 million has been wasted, and the politician they come back and they can bluff on that. And I mean, just like buff case with the impunity, we know they try for all the accountable. You know, it's not about talking about those good policies, those good mechanism systems. We don't care. See, I know people that want deliverance. Una get for deliver. Time is up. Time is up. Throughout 2018, we give a chance. Say we not believe those other people that will be in a power because we accuse them so many, and we not say we can fix the issue with a new direction. But look at the current situation now. How you go brand this? Anyway, Lord put sound there aside. Lord